small town nestled in the mountains, there lived a young woman named Sarah. She had long, curly hair that cascaded down her shoulders and sparkling brown eyes that shone like stars in the night sky. Despite her beauty, Sarah had always felt like something was missing in her life. She longed for true love and the feeling of being completely and utterly swept off her feet. One summer day, while wandering through the lush gardens of the local park, Sarah's life changed forever. She stumbled upon a handsome young man named Jack, who was sitting on a bench, lost in thought. He had dark hair, a charming smile, and a twinkle in his eye that immediately caught her attention. They struck up a conversation, and before long, Sarah realized that she had met the man of her dreams. Jack was kind, funny, and had a way of making her feel like the most important person in the world. They spent the entire day together, exploring the park and talking about everything and anything. As the sun began to set, Jack asked Sarah if she would like to go on a proper date with him the next evening. Sarah couldn't contain her excitement and said yes without hesitation. From that moment on, Sarah and Jack were inseparable. They spent every moment they could together, discovering new things about each other and falling deeper in love with each passing day. They strolled hand in hand through the streets, taking in the sights and sounds of the town. They had picnics in the park, watched the sunset from the top of the hill, and danced under the stars. As the summer came to an end, Sarah knew that she couldn't imagine her life without Jack by her side. He had become her best friend, her confidant, and her soulmate. One evening, as they were lying in bed, Jack took Sarah's hand and looked into her eyes. He told her that he loved her more than anything in the world and asked her to be his wife. Sarah was overcome with emotion, and tears of happiness welled up in her eyes as she said yes. They hugged each other tightly, knowing that they had found their happily ever after. One evening, as they were lying in bed, Jack took Sarah's hand and looked into her eyes. He told her that he loved her more than anything in the world and asked her to be his wife. Sarah was overcome with emotion, and tears of happiness welled up in her eyes as she said yes. They hugged each other tightly, knowing that they had found their happily ever after. From that day on, Sarah and Jack were married, and they built a life together filled with love and adventure. They traveled to faraway lands, explored the world and each other, and created a home filled with laughter, joy, and contentment. As Sarah lay in bed each night, she would think back on the day and feel grateful for the love that she had found. She would close her eyes, knowing that she was the luckiest woman in the world to have a partner that loved and cared for her so deeply. And she would fall asleep with a smile on her face, dreaming of all the wonderful adventures that lay ahead. The end. As you lay in bed, thinking of Sarah and Jack's romance, let the happy thoughts of their love story and the idea of finding your own true love lull you into a peaceful sleep. Sweet